Yo, what's up guys, you're back with your man Tech Nick, your go-to guy for videos on the latest tech. Now today it's about the latest tech once again, since we have the Redmi K20 Pro, which recently released here on our left hand side. This is paired with a Snapdragon 855 processing chip, 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. And then on the right hand side we have the Xiaomi Mi 9 with the same specs, 855 chipset, 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. Both are really similar here guys, they're both made by Xiaomi. The only difference between them is that the Xiaomi has wireless charging and the Redmi has a bigger battery at 4000 mAh. So the Xiaomi Mi 9 does have a bit of a big camera bump, so we're going to go ahead and slap on both of the cameras over here so that they're nice and balanced on the table. I've also gone ahead and removed the animations through the accessibility settings menu on both devices, since they run the same MIUI 10 software, though the MIUI 10 software on the Redmi is slightly better. Now to keep things accurate, I have paired my GoPro footage over here, so keep an eye out for that one on the bottom left hand corner. These are both beasts to say the least, and without further ado, let's go! Okay guys, so we're going to start with round 0 over here. Now round 0 is going to consist of a boot over here. Then we're also going to go ahead and test out the fingerprint recognition and the facial recognition as well. Now after the boot, we're also going to test out which icons can load faster. But starting off with the boot on round 0, keep an eye on that GoPro footage at the bottom left and the round 0 at the top of each line of phones just underneath the branding. So the first point is allocated to the Redmi K20 Pro, and then for the boot speed, and then going on to opening up the phone and seeing which icons refresh first. You will then see on the right hand side that Xiaomi takes the cake there, both paired with 1 point each on round 0 over there guys. So now we're going to go ahead and test out the fingerprint sensors here. Now I will write the name of the winner of each one at the bottom for each test, but we're going to test them out 3 times to get the most consistent one. So the first one over there, the Xiaomi gets it. Now no points were allocated for it because we're going to do best out of 3 over here. And then we do it again over there and the K20 Pro takes it that time. And then one more time we're going to go ahead and lock the screen through the notification shade over here so that it is easier for me to do, and do the last one over here, and 3, 2, 1, we go ahead and do that, and the K20 Pro takes it again. So for consistency, definitely the K20 Pro. I have tested this out 10, 20, 30 times guys. The K20 Pro definitely takes the cake with consistency and speed over here, though their speeds are pretty similar. Now we're going to go ahead and test out facial recognition over here. So because the K20 has that sliding pop-up mechanism, the Xiaomi Mi 9 took it over there, but the Xiaomi Mi 9 is an instant unlock, where the K20 Pro you have to slide up on the lock screen first. So what I've done is I've taken my face away from the phones over here, slid up the pop-up selfie cam, and then shoved my face in front of the 2 phones, as you can see in the reflection over there, and the Xiaomi Mi 9 is quicker there once again. And we're going to go ahead and do it one last time. So as you guys can see, I'm going to go ahead and swipe up on the Redmi K20 Pro, leave it, put my face in the way of both phones, and that time the Redmi K20 Pro took it, but the Xiaomi will get the point there since it was the most consistent and did it all the time. Now just to let you guys know, there are no recent items. We're going to go ahead in round 1 from camera to PUBG, and round 2 from PUBG to camera as well. So on round 0 you can see that things are pretty even. Now I'm expecting things to be pretty even throughout the entire test here guys, since they do have the exact same software, but the Xiaomi Mi 9 takes it when opening up the camera, and switching over the camera, the Xiaomi Mi 9 takes it as well. Taking a snap over there, the Redmi K20 Pro takes it. So keep an eye out at the bottom over there for the branding to see which phone does take it. And then we have the Xiaomi that took it opening up the gallery app and opening up the photo. Then opening up the calculator app, it was definitely a tie, check that one. And then opening up the phone app, it was for the Xiaomi, and Redmi K20 Pro took the settings app. Now opening up Spotify, you can see that the Xiaomi was definitely a tad quicker over there, getting an extra point at 7 points and 3 points respectively, Xiaomi Mi 9 and K20 Pro. But opening up Astral VPN, since we need a VPN in China, the K20 Pro takes it, and it also takes another point for starting up Astral VPN as well. So now that we have our VPN on and dusted over there, we open up Facebook over here, and you can see that the Redmi K20 Pro has taken that as well. The Redmi K20 Pro also went ahead and took Instagram, and then opening up Twitter, the Redmi K20 Pro took it as well. So going into YouTube over here guys, you can have a look over here that the Xiaomi Mi 9 definitely took the point over there, and things are pretty even here, 8 apiece. And opening up Netflix over here, the K20 Pro took it over there and took it opening up a profile as well. So now our next app is going to be Photoshop Express. So we're going to open up Photoshop Express and allocate a point for which phone opens it up faster, and that was the Xiaomi Mi 9. Then which phone opens up the picture faster, and that was the Xiaomi Mi 9. And then exporting the pic and saving it to gallery, the K20 Pro was slightly faster there, so maybe they've upped their RAM management a little bit better on that side. So now opening up Adobe Premiere Clip over here, it was Xiaomi Mi 9's turn to take that and come in tie with the Redmi K20 Pro. And now we're going to go ahead and export them both in Full HD 1080p, and let's see which one saves the video quicker, and it is indeed the Xiaomi Mi 9. So the Xiaomi Mi 9 is now a point ahead overall and a point ahead in round 1. So now going ahead and opening up Google Chrome, it was definitely a tie there guys. I checked took that one over and over and over again, and it was definitely a tie. Now we're starting in our first run of games over here. So just to let you guys know, when I do say it's a tie, I give them each a point. And opening up games, the Xiaomi Mi 9 opened up Subway Surfers a little bit quicker than the K20 Pro, but not by much. So now the Xiaomi Mi 9 is definitely taking a substantial lead by 2 points. And then opening up Flip Diving over here, we're going to go ahead and open them up, and let's see which one's going to take it. And it is indeed the Xiaomi Mi 9, now going 3 points ahead of the K20 Pro in round 1 and an overall total score there as well. So now opening up the next game, which is the first Angry Birds game over here. We're going to see which one can take it over here. Hopefully the K20 Pro can take it so that it could start closing that gap between it and the Xiaomi Mi 9, and it does indeed take it now with 13 points as opposed to the 15 that the Xiaomi Mi 9 does have. So now we're going to go ahead and open our second last game, which is going to be Temple Run 2, and it will be interesting to see because this is a little bit more graphically intense. Though it is not the most graphically intense game around, it does take a little bit extra juice. So seeing over here on the loading screen, you see that the Xiaomi Mi 9 definitely pulls it up a little bit quicker there, so it'll get the points, closing that gap over there and making it 3 points ahead of the K20 Pro. And our last game over here is of course PUBG. Now you guys should know that it takes a while to start this game up on all devices, regardless of the chipset that you do have, though it is significantly quicker when you do have a wonderful Snapdragon 855 processing chip, such as these phones do have. Now you also have to consider that the internet speeds are going to be a little bit different over here, so it might be a little bit slower in these devices because I am using a VPN over here, but they are running the same VPN and they are on the same Wi-Fi network, so they are extremely similar, and you'll see how close it is over here. But the Redmi K20 Pro takes it, so only a 2-point difference in round 1 over there. Now guys, I must say that it kind of sucks what happened with my footage over here, but unfortunately it cut out me opening up PUBG, but I looked at my GoPro footage and it definitely showed that it was a tie. And then it was also a tie in Temple Run 2. The Redmi K20 Pro took the next game over there. And then going into Flip Diving, it's a tie again, opening up Subway Surfers. The K20 Pro took it over there, opening up Google Chrome. You can see that the K20 Pro took it over there again. And it's a tie when opening up Photoshop. When opening up Adobe Clip, opening up Photoshop was the K20 Pro. Opening up Netflix was the K20 Pro. Opening up YouTube was interesting since the Xiaomi Mi 9 had to load it even though they have the same software, and I've also made sure that all the battery optimizations are off here, so K20 Pro took it, and it took it as well for Twitter over there. Opening up Instagram, once again, a lot of these devices do have, these two devices, because of Xiaomi software, has to reload them. The K20 Pro has been significantly quicker in reopening all the apps. And over there, we saw that opening up Astral and turning it off, the K20 Pro got both points over there, but interestingly enough, the Xiaomi Mi 9 kept Spotify open in the background, and it opened it up quicker as well. Now with these system apps, the K20 Pro just seems to be smashing it, except for Calculator, where the Xiaomi Mi 9 took it. Opening up Gallery, the Redmi K20 Pro took it, and opening up Camera, this was a really interesting one since the pop-up had to pop up, but the Redmi K20 Pro actually did take it as well. Now these phones are absolutely incredible, guys. They are seriously similar devices, and looking at a total score over here, the K20 Pro 35 points as opposed to the Xiaomi Mi 9's 24. The Xiaomi Mi 9 definitely won in round 1, only by just a fraction over there, but in round 2, the K20 Pro absolutely destroyed the Xiaomi Mi 9. In round 0, things were pretty much the same, so an 11-point difference in the total is not what I was expecting since they're running the same software, the same specs, the same everything, and the K20 Pro is cheaper as well. But these are both incredible phones, and whichever one you guys land up picking up, you're good to go. Until next time, guys, this is TechNick.